At the start of the episode, the magical girls are caught in some slimy tentacles and Hiragi is watching them with amusement. However, she soon says she's done for the day and leaves, surprising the others. She vanishes into a black hole and Kiwi follows her. The slime disappears and the rest leave. The next day at school, Hiragi runs into Kiwi, who invites her to eat out. Hiragi declines, explaining that she did poorly on a test and has to study for a retake or else her mother will remove her from the Magical Girls squad. Later, while walking home, Hiragi sees Haruka in the park next to a sign that reads "Magical Brother, come and catch me." Surprised, she decides to avoid the situation, but Vanillida appears and pressures her to go fight. Hiragi tries to explain that she can't fight right now because of her studies, but Vanillida blackmails her by threatening to tell her mom about the books she's secretly reading. Reluctantly, Hiragi agrees and transforms. Hiragi warns the kids around to leave because a battle is about to begin. She quickly defeats Haruka by hitting her with magical scissors, which shatter Haruka's clothes, leaving her embarrassed. Hiragi taunts her, then opens a black hole and leaves, saying Haruka can come after her if she wants. Despite leaving, she can't concentrate on her studies that night because Haruka's image keeps flashing in her mind. Vanillida appears again, urging her to fight because the magical girl has returned. Hiragi tries to refuse, but Vanillida insists she's not studying anyway and will rat her out to her mom. Once again blackmailed, Hiragi agrees. They meet Haruka in the park again and transform. Hiragi quickly attacks Haruka, tearing her clothes once more. But this time, Haruka is wearing something underneath. Hiragi gets a nosebleed from embarrassment. They fight, and a magical explosion occurs when their powers clash. Later, Haruka is unconscious, and her friends Kaworu and Seo find her. They ask why she was wearing such clothes and why she fought alone. Haruka says she wanted to find out whether Hiragi was really their enemy. Kaworu insists she is, but Haruka isn't so sure. The next day at school, Hiragi is stressed about the exam she didn't study for. Kiwi teases her but then reveals the test was very easy. Kiwi offers to help Hiragi study in exchange for sushi, and Hiragi happily agrees. Meanwhile, Kaworu sees Haruka and Saja waiting at the classroom. They talk about how Hiragi always eats lunch alone. Haruka approaches Hiragi and invites her to eat with them. Hiragi is surprised, and before she can respond, Kiwi jumps in, playfully jealous. Kaworu tries to reassure her and they joke around. Tensions rise slightly, but Hiragi drags Kiwi away before it escalates. The girls go for a Photoshop session in their magical girl outfits. The staff there are excited about potential sales. They discuss the recent dangers, and a cat named Walt, who looks like Vanillida, tells them not to worry, there's a magical barrier around. She says she's sorry for burdening them with work and hopes to bring Vanillida back. Then a staff member shows a force field generator that may have transported Hiragi and Kiwi. Walt apologizes for not telling them sooner and asks Vanillida to return. Vanillida jokingly threatens Kaworu, saying she's her top target. Kiwi gets angry, and a fight begins again. Kiwi uses grenades while Hiragi launches them with her wand. Kaworu's shield begins to crack. Hiragi attacks again, causing a huge blast. They believe they've won, but Kaworu reappears and knocks them down. Hiragi laughs, feeling excited, but Kaworu keeps attacking. Hiragi tries to counter with vines, but Kaworu destroys them. Their fight continues intensely until evening. Eventually, the magical girls, back in their school uniforms, lie exhausted. And with that, the episode ends.